Welcome to a nostalgic trip back to 1997's Starship Troopers. Remember Johnny Rico and his squad battling giant bugs? Nearly 30 years later, let's catch up with the iconic cast. From heartthrobs to Hollywood legends, see where they are now in 2025. Buckle up, troopers. Would you like to know more? Number 1. Casper Van Dien as Johnny Rico. In 1997, at age 28, Casper Van Dien starred as Johnny Rico, the determined high school athlete turned heroic mobile infantry leader fighting arachnids in a futuristic war. His charismatic performance captured Rico's journey from naive recruit to battle-hardened captain. After the film, Van Dien appeared in Sleepy Hollow, reprised Rico in Starship Troopers 3 Marauder, and voiced him in animated sequels. He also featured in Alita, Battle Angel, and TV series like All-American. Now, at 56, in 2025, he continues acting in projects such as Salvage Marines and recurring roles on All-American. Number 2. Dina Meyer as Dizzy Flores. At 28 in 1997, Dina Meyer portrayed Dizzy Flores, the tough athletic soldier with unrequited love for Johnny Rico, bringing fierce energy and vulnerability to her doomed role in the bug battles. Post-film, she's shown as Detective Carey in the Saw franchise, starred as Barbara Gordon in Birds of Prey, and appeared in Piranha 3D and Star Trek Nemesis. She had recurring TV spots in The Magicians and All-American. In 2025, aged 56, Meyer remains active in acting, voicing Dizzy in animations and taking on diverse film and television roles. Number 3. Denise Richards as Carmen Ibanez. Denise Richards, 26 in 1997, played Carmen Ibanez, the ambitious Starship pilot and Johnny's high school sweetheart, whose charm and determination drove key plot tensions. Following the movie, she starred in Wild Things, became a Bond girl in The World Is Not Enough, featured in Scary Movie 3, and wrote a best-selling memoir. She joined reality TV like The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. At 54 in 2025, Richards stars in her E! Series, Denise Richards, and her Wild Things, competes on special forces, and navigates personal life amid a recent divorce. Number 4. Jake Busey as Ace Levy. In 1997, Jake Busey, aged 26, embodied Ace Levy, the cocky, wisecracking recruit who becomes Rico's loyal squad mate in the intense Arachnid Wars. His energetic portrayal added humor and camaraderie. After, Busey landed roles in Identity, The Predator, and TV's From Dusk Till Dawn, the series, plus Stranger Things, as Bruce. He continued with genre films. Now 54 in 2025, Busey appears in recent projects like Guns N' Moses, Rust, and the upcoming Killing Mary Sue, staying busy in film and television. Number 5. Neil Patrick Harris as Carl Jenkins. Neil Patrick Harris was 24 in 1997 when he played Carl Jenkins, the psychic intelligence officer and Rico's friend, whose eerie abilities and cold demeanor highlighted the film's fascist themes. Afterward, he became iconic as Barney in How I Met Your Mother, won a Tony for Hedwig and the Yo! Angry Inch, hosted awards shows, and starred in a series of unfortunate events. He also wrote children's books. In 2025, at 52, Harris features in Doctor Who specials, narrates Disney events, and pursues diverse acting and producing ventures. Number 6. Clancy Brown as Sergeant. Zim. At 38 in 1997, Clancy Brown delivered a memorable performance as Sergeant Zim, the brutal drill instructor who molds recruits into soldiers, blending intimidation and grit. Post-film, he voiced Mr. Krabs in SpongeBob SquarePants, Lex Luthor in DC Animations, and starred in Carnival Billions, Dexter, New Blood, and John Wick Chapter 4. In 2025, aged 66, Brown voices in SpongeBob movies like Search for SquarePants, appears in films such as Regretting You, and stars in the TV series Good Cop, Bad Cop. Number 7. Seth Gilliam as Sugar Watkins. Seth Gilliam, 29 in 1997, portrayed Sergeant Sugar Watkins, the steadfast, no-nonsense trooper providing comic relief and bravery in combat against the bugs. Following the movie, he gained acclaim as Ellis Carver in The Wire, Clayton Hughes in Oz, Dr. Deaton in Teen Wolf, and Father Gabriel in The Walking Dead. He also excelled on stage in Othello and Antony and Cleopatra. At 56 in 2025, Gilliam continues his role in the Walking Dead universe, including The Ones Who Live, and pursues television and theater work. Number 8. Patrick Muldoon as Xander Barkalow. In 1997, at age 29, Patrick Muldoon played Xander Barkalow, the arrogant fleet pilot and romantic rival to Rico, adding tension with his suave antagonism. After, he starred in Black Cat Run, numerous Lifetime and Hallmark films, produced Badge of Honor, and appeared in Arkansas and The Comeback Trail. He also performed in King Lear on stage. Now 56 in 2025, Muldoon remains active in acting, producing independent films, and taking on roles in television movies and series. Number 9. Michael Ironside as Gene Rassak. Michael Ironside was 47 in 1997, portraying Lieutenant Gene Rassak, the inspirational one-armed teacher-turned-commander, delivering iconic lines with gravelly intensity. Post-film, he featured in The Perfect Storm, The Machinist, Terminator Salvation, and X-Men First Class. He voiced Sam Fisher in Splinter Cell games and Darkseid in DC animations. In 2025, at 75, Ironside continues his prolific career, appearing in recent miniseries like Tokyo Trial and The Alienist, while voicing characters in animated projects. Number 10. Rue McClanahan as biology teacher. At age 63 in 1997, Rue McClanahan made a cameo as the biology teacher, dissecting bugs with wry humor in a memorable classroom scene. Known from The Golden Girls, her post-film highlights included The Fighting Temptations, starring as Madame Morrible in Wicked on Broadway, publishing her autobiography, My First Five Husbands, and her final role in Sordid Lives, the series. McClanahan passed away in 2010 from a brain hemorrhage at age 76. Number 11. Marshall Bell as General Owen. In 1997, at age 55, Marshall Bell portrayed General Owen, the stern Federation commander briefing troops on the arachnid threat with authoritative presence. His gravelly voice and imposing demeanor amplified the film's militaristic satire. Post-film, Bell featured in Capote, Rescue Dawn, Nancy Drew, and TV series like House and Deadwood. He also appeared in Hamlet 2 and the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. In 2025, at 82, Bell continues taking on character roles in film and television, maintaining his versatile career. Number 12. Eric Bruscotter as Breckenridge. At 31 in 1997, Eric Bruscotter played Breckenridge, the hapless recruit tragically killed in a live-fire training accident, adding early shock to the story. His portrayal highlighted the dangers of boot camp. After the movie, he appeared in Angel, 24, Law & Order, LA, and films like The Fanatics and Bring It On Again. He guest starred in NCIS and 6 Feet Under. Now 59 in 2025, Bruscotter remains active in television, with recent appearances in series like Love and occasional independent films. Number 13. Matt Levin as Kitten Smith. Matt Levin, 25 in 1997, embodied Kitten Smith, the optimistic trooper devoured by bugs on Klendathu, bringing youthful enthusiasm and tragic vulnerability to the squad. Post-film, he voiced Aaron in Tales from Earthsea, appeared in Tropic Thunder as a camera person, and played a board member in The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. He also featured in Dodgeball and Zoolander. In 2025, aged 53, Levin continues voice work in animations and takes on supporting roles in films and TV productions. Number 14. Blake Linsley as Katrina. In 1997, at age 23, Blake Linsley played Katrina, the flirtatious high school friend enlisting with Rico, infusing the early scenes with charm and levity. Her performance captured youthful ambition. Following the film, she appeared in Mulholland Drive as a backup singer, voiced in Star Trek, Klingon Academy, and had roles in CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, Leverage, and The Killer Inside Me. She guest starred in JAG and NYPD Blue. At 51 in 2025, Lindsley pursues acting in independent films and television guest spots. Number 15, Anthony Ruivivar as Shujimi. Anthony Ruivivar was 27 in 1997, portraying Shujimi, the disciplined trooper showcasing martial arts skills before meeting a gruesome end in battle. His role added diversity to the squad. Post-movie, he starred as Carlos Nieto in Third Watch, Alex Longshadow in Banshee, and appeared in Tropic Thunder and The Adjustment Bureau. He featured in Hawaii 5-0 and NCIS, Los Angeles. In 2025, at 54, Ruivivar continues with TV roles, including recent series like Turner and Hooch and upcoming projects. Number 16, Brenda Strong as Captain Deladier. At 37 in 1997, Brenda Strong played Captain Deladier, the confident starship commander piloting the Roger Young with poise amid chaos. Her strong presence elevated the fleet sequences. Afterward, she narrated as Mary Alice Young in Desperate Housewives, played Lillian, Luthor in Supergirl, Anne Ewing in Dallas Reboot, and Nora Walker in 13 Reasons Why. She directed episodes and produced shorts like Number 3 Normandy Lane. Now 65 in 2025, Strong is prepping her feature directorial debut and writing empowering books for women. Number 17, Dean Norris as Commanding Officer. Dean Norris, 34 in 1997, portrayed the commanding officer, issuing orders during the disastrous Klendathu invasion with intense authority. His brief role underscored military hierarchy. Post-film, he iconically played Hank Schrader in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, Big Jim Rennie in Under the Dome, and Uncle Daddy in Claws. He appeared in Little Miss Sunshine, Death Wish, and Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. At 62 in 2025, Norris stars in ongoing TV series and films, remaining a sought-after character actor. Number 18, Christopher Curry as Mr. Rico. In 1997, at age 49, Christopher Curry played Mr. Rico, Johnny's disapproving father, urging a civilian life, providing emotional conflict in family scenes. His performance grounded the protagonist's arc. After, he featured in City of Ghosts as Larry Luckman, Flags of Our Fathers as Ed Block, and Sully as Rob Kaloje. He guest starred in House, Grey's Anatomy, and Criminal Minds. Now 76 in 2025, Curry continues with supporting roles in television dramas and occasional films, leveraging his veteran status. Number 19, Lenore Kasdorf as Mrs. Rico. Lenore Kasdorf was 49 in 1997, portraying Mrs. Rico, the supportive yet tragic mother seeing her son off to war, adding heartfelt depth to the home front. Post-film, she appeared in Cellular as a ticket checker, guest starred in Days of Our Lives, and featured in Amityville, The Awakening. She had roles in Babylon 5 and Murder. She wrote earlier but slowed post-2000s. In 2025, at 76, Kasdorf enjoys semi-retirement, occasionally taking small parts in independent projects and TV. Number 20, Tommy Adrian George as Jonna D. At 28 in 1997, Tommy Adrian George played Jonna D, the fierce female trooper battling bugs with determination in the shower and combat scenes. Her athletic portrayal embodied equality in the military. Following the movie, she appeared in Rappin' and Rhyming, Sergeant Bilko, and TV shows like Brimstone and The Parkers. She focused on dance and fitness education. Now 55 in 2025, George pursues fitness coaching, produces wellness content, and occasionally acts in short films and theater productions. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.